All right. Okay, let's get going. So what I'm going to do today is make a ring from this great state of Texas state seal. It's 1 ounce, 0.999 pure silver. So let's get started. First, I'm Mark with SouthWind coin rings. And for about the next 45 minutes or so, I'll be providing some entertainment for you guys. So first thing we're going to do is anneal this coin. Heating it up will soften the metal, make it a little easier to work with. So. Now dunk this in some room temperature water. Dry it off. Okay, so the next step is to punch a hole in the center. So I'm going to use this self-centering coin punch to do that. And I'm going to do a 9/16 hole. So I'm going to put this die, 9/16 die, on top of that pedestal, and then cover it with a couple of pieces of paper towel. That'll help protect the detail on the back side of the coin. So just drop the coin in there. Screw this top down. When that lid goes down, it will center the coin up on that pedestal. So next, hold on just a second. We're gonna put it in this press and punch the hole. Gotta let it down just a little bit. There we go. If anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat. Oops. And here's the center that came out of it. And I'll make a key ring out of this, and it will go with the ring as a set. All right, so now, next step. I need to get the coin off that punch. It's stuck on there right now, so I'm going to take this leather hammer. Just knock it off there. All right, and then we'll put these tools away and proceed to the next step. Thanks for the follow, Bob. All right, so when the punch went through the coin on the backside, it created kind of a ragged edge. It's just a bunch of little cracks, micro cracks. Thanks for the follow, Toxic. And so I need to cut that out of there, cut it down to solid metal. Or when I start to stretch the ring, or stretch the coin, those little cracks will become big cracks and the coin can split. This is what can happen. Right there, if I'm not careful. So we'll just shave this down. On both sides. And then I'll hit the middle. Okay, so that should take us down to good solid silver. Stuck on there. There we go. There's a lot of detail right here on this, and my tool was kind of hanging up on it, so just going to take some sand, a sandpaper block now, and just sand. Okay, that feels pretty good. So move on to the next step now. So right now, what we've got is a coin with a hole in it. We need to turn this into a ring. So we'll come over here to the arbor press. Thanks for the follow, Joy. And we're going to start turning this into a ring shape. So this is the side that's going to be on the outside of the ring. So that's going to go down like this in this dapping block. Then I'll take this hard plastic ball, get the coin centered up in there. Now I'll take the ram and just push it down into that hemisphere. All right. Now we have the beginnings of a ring shape, but still not there. And so we're going to stay here on this machine, and going to change over to a different tool now. Not sure I get the right one. Let's see if this one will. 17 degree, yeah. No, too small. All right, we'll stick with this one. Then I'm going to take this 17 degree, this is a 17 degree die, and I'm going to take this 17 degree stainless steel cone, and hold on a second, it doesn't look like the camera's focused very good. It's focused on the, there, that's better. Yeah. Camera was focused here instead of on where I wanted it to be. All right, so get that coin centered up in there. And then I'm going to take this ram and go down about halfway. That's good. I'll double check this, make sure I don't want to push it through there. On the next press, I'm going to change over to this composite material now, and I can push this down the rest of the way, and I don't have to worry about damaging the detail on the inside. But I do have to make sure I don't push the coin all the way through. That looks okay. Got just a little bit left to go here. Okay, that's good. So now you can see that the coin is flush now with the cone. So let's see what size we got. This is going to be a size 11. And right now it's 10 and a half, so I need to stretch it. And we'll use this ring stretcher to do that. Hey, Big Rob, thanks for the follow. And 497. Thank you. All right, so I've got this paper towel wrapped around here, and that's going to help to protect the detail on the inside. There's really not a whole lot of detail on this one. It says, "Come and take it." And it's got a cannon in there. It's mostly cut away though. All right, so now we'll just stretch this up to about a 12 or 13. Check it. Okay, that's good. It's just under 13. So now what I'm going to do is reduce this side till it matches this side, and we'll have a straight wall. And we'll go back to the arbor press now to do that. I'm going to change to a different dye. This is called Swedish wrap. The reason it's called Swedish wrap is because we wrap it up in this Teflon tape. And the guy that developed this system is from Sweden, so Swedish wrap. I'm going to give it 12 wraps, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And what this is going to do is protect the detail on the outside of the coin, because as it goes down through this die, there's a lot of pressure that's it's subjected to. So if we don't cover up that detail, we'll just flatten it out. So now I just want to push that down even with the top. I'll use this to kind of just center it up there. I want to make sure it goes down straight. All right, that should be good. So now I take this, it's called a pusher, centered up there real good. Now we're going to start forcing that coin down through this die. And what that's going to do is start reducing that reed edge. And when it's in this shape, it's hard to keep the tape on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it off, re-anneal, then we'll wrap it up again and continue reducing this reed side. Anybody have any questions? Thanks for the follow, guys. Big Rob, oh no, I think I already thanked you. Denise, thank you. Okay, so now back over here, and we'll wrap it up again. Yeah, this is kind of a cool process if you've never seen it before. Just to take a coin and shape it into a ring. We're just basically turning it inside out. That's what we're doing. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Maybe it's outside in. Well, yeah, maybe. Okay, so we're getting what we want. This edge is starting to reduce. You can kind of see the text starting to show through that tape. So that means we've got to be careful. Probably add a couple more wraps, because if the detail breaks through that tape, it will, like you mentioned earlier, flatten out that detail. We want to keep it nice and crisp. I have had it happen before. So you have to go slow and keep checking it frequently. Okay. So we're getting close to a straight wall. I'm going to turn it over, push it down this way now. Then I'll unwrap it, check the size, probably anneal it again. So now it's getting almost straight across there. So now if I can find the end of the tape, unwrap it. There's another end here somewhere. It can be kind of a chore sometimes. There we go. So this is what we got so far. Almost straight wall, but not quite. This side's still just a little bit bigger. So you'll see what size we got now. We've got, it's a size 11, and that's our target size. So what I'm going to do now is this this rim in here's got to come out. So we'll get the deburring tool back out, and I'll cut that out of there, and then we can check the size again. It'll probably be up to around a 12 once I cut that out of there. So most likely you have to put it back in the Swedish wrap and reduce it down a little more. So this process will take a couple of minutes. Just keep kind of turning it. I want to make sure I don't cut too much though, but there's still a lot left there. What kind of tape is that? It's just Teflon tape. It's called Blue Monster. Plumbers use it. Mechanics use it. And coin ring makers. It goes. Almost gone. It goes a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. Now we'll see what the size is. So that went from, it was like about 11 when the first time I measured it. And now it's up over 12. So we'll go back into the Swedish wrap now and reduce that down to the size 11, which is the target size. Thanks for the follows, guys. Dig it, GA Dog. Hey, Gnarl King, how are you, bud? Now it'll be easy to wrap. The straighter that wall gets, the easier it is to wrap the tape on it. I probably should have annealed it. So now that the wall is straight, it's going to reduce the size of the whole thing pretty fast. Before, most of the energy was going into just reducing that reed side. Now the whole thing is going to reduce. I got to be careful or it'll come out the bottom. So, okay, now you can really see the great state of Texas. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. Hit it again, and then we'll check the size. And we'll probably be pretty close to 11. We are just a shade over 11. Well, I'm not going to put it in the die. I can always reduce it down a little bit on the ring stretcher. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. If I can get this off of here. That other is right there. Gotta be careful I don't drop it. There we go. All right, let's see what we got here. Pretty nice straight wall. All right, so need to reduce just a tiny bit. So bring it over here to the ring stretcher. And I'll put it in one of these guys here. I lubed it up with some coconut oil last time I used it, so it's still good. Now I just want to press it just ever so slightly, or I'll reduce it too much. Let's see what that did. Okay, that's all it took. So it looks pretty nice. So now what we'll do is start shining it up. So we'll come over here. And I'll take this steel wool. It's a super fine steel wool. Hang on one second. Shined up a little bit. I'm going to put it in liver of sulfur, and it'll turn the silver black, and then I can knock the black off the highlights and just kind of leave the background a dark color, and all the detail will just kind of pop. Have any questions? $3.2K likes. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Now, get the liver of sulfur. This stuff smells really bad, so I keep it in this this jar that's sealed. Keeps the smell in. So what I'm going to do is just heat this up just a little bit. Because the liver sulfur works better when the metal's warm. Now we'll just wait for a minute. Let that do its work. Anybody have any questions while we're waiting here? Do I smooth up the inside? Yeah, I do. Actually, on the live part, I just do kind of the rough work, and then I'll take it over to my finishing bench afterwards and smooth that edge out where I use the deburring tool, and make that nice and smooth. And then the cut edge also needs to have some work done on it. Let's see see what we got here. Phew, man, that stinks. It's not ready yet. I think I need to make up a new batch. What's a ring like that cost? $159 for a 1 ounce, 1 ounce silver. Then I'll make a key ring out of this guy here, and that would go with it as a set. Not quite there yet. Anybody have any other questions while we wait? Powder coated version of this ring I made a while back. This one's just going to be just a polished silver. That's probably good enough. Yeah, I think I need to make up a new batch of this stuff. Okay, so now I'll take some of this Renaissance wax and just spread it over the surface. And that will help the detail or the dark color to stay in the background. So now we just lightly start rubbing it. Get a good solid coat of that stuff. I'll probably have to redo this. At least I can show you the process. I might not have had it clean. Probably had some fingerprints on it. I don't usually do this part on the live stream, but thought I'd give it a shot. All right, then I take another, it's a fingernail file. I can give you the idea. And once I do that, I'll take one of these disposable ring polishers and just kind of polish it up. But this is what it should look like. But like I said, I'm going to have to redo it and get a better liver of sulfur finish on it. But that's basically it. That's the process. Anyone have any questions? For all the things to make the rings. Probably you're going to spend at least $2,000. At least. For everything. All the dies and the punches and the presses and ring sizer. It takes a little bit to get set up. This will look a lot better once I redo that liver sulfur finish. But I got some diamond burrs. I'll just take one of those burrs and smooth all this out here. Because when that deburring tool kind of gets hung up on these reeds as you're cutting it, it leaves these little stutter marks in there. So I'll smooth all that out. And then I'll come over here to this cut side. And that's going to need some attention. You can see where the punch went through it, and then when I turn this thing out inside out, then that edge kind of comes out. So that needs to be smoothed out. So this has got some work yet to do. It'll look pretty good when it's done.